Hey, it's BrickTsar. This video is for our kids aged 2 to 5. It is a Thomas and Friends Lego Duplo set, Thomas at Morgan's Mine. This is set 5546, had 22 pieces, and this is how it looks brand new in the package. It comes in its own built-in mine with the parts inside the tunnel. They made two types of tunnels in Duplo. They made this light bluish gray one, and there's also one in classic green that was in some other Thomas sets, and also you could buy in some non-Thomas sets. But this one I believe it has no track. I have not opened it yet, so I'm going to see if I can figure out how to open this without damaging the box too much. Here's the bottom of the box, shows you what pieces you will find, and there's tape on either side. So I'm going to cut that tape. See if I can do it. Oh, I'm going to cut the tape on both sides. Cut the tape over here. Alright, that should make it slide out of the part there. Now, this mountain is designed to place the ramp tracks, which I do not have at this point. I am going to order some, but the ramp tracks go over this. But you know, this set doesn't come with any ramp tracks, so you just have to pretend like it's the mine. So kids have good imagination and they can do that. So let's get these out of the bag. So this is neat. You can just store it in there if you want to, and I'll pause it while I get the pieces out of the bags. Alright, I got all the pieces dumped out here. You get a lot of pieces to make trees. And you got Thomas, the parts for Thomas, and they store Thomas in a plastic bag, because these Duplo faces for the Thomas sets, they get all scratched up real easy, but I know you little kids don't care. So we'll build Thomas, which is always real easy for our kids to do, but hard for me. I have to look at the picture. I can never remember which way this goes. It goes like that. And it goes there. I think I did it. That's Thomas. So we have no track for Thomas. And then I have to look at the box to figure out what else I'm supposed to do. Looks like you build something on top of the mountain. There are no instructions with this set, so you just pretty much use your own imagination. So first I will build the trees. There's a tree, and there's a little tree, which is dark green. Alright. And the front of this box says, as seen on DVD, Thomas and Friends, The Great Discovery. I don't know if there's like a scene from the movie or the show it's based on. I haven't watched Thomas in a long time. I'm going to try to figure out how to build this tunnel part. Ooh. So that goes there, that goes there. Alright, something like that. It's not exact. I think this is more like that. So, that's basically what you can do. One idea with the Thomas set. But if you're like me, I don't like playing with these without track. Our little ones, they might not mind pushing Thomas along on the floor, but he just needs some track. So let's give Thomas some track. So that's the Thomas and Friends, Thomas at Morgan Mine. You do not get any track or cars for Thomas to pull, so you got to use your imagination. But it's a good set because you get the tunnel. Sometimes a tunnel nowadays will run $20 or more. To find one on eBay or something like that. They don't make this Thomas line anymore with Lego. Right now Mega Blocks is, I believe, making Thomas trains that are building block type. But this one, the Thomas at Morgan Mine, it was made in 2009. This set had 22 pieces and it was a good source to get Thomas. Actually, compared to some of the other Thomas sets, it was an affordable price if the kid wanted Thomas, and of course any kid that liked Thomas and Friends wants the Thomas the Tank Engine. So let's look at this Thomas a little closer. No moving parts on the head. The eyes don't move. Some of the HO trains you'll see Thomas eyes will go back and forth, but not on this case. And there's no motor. We used a Duplo train motor from another set to just kind of push Thomas along, and that can keep the kids entertained. I think a kid really would rather watch the trains go instead of always pushing them, although they do like pushing them as well. But I think it would have been nice if they'd made at least one Thomas set that had a motor that you could build into the actual Thomas, where Thomas was actually doing the work. But it's much like what I did here is much like what you see when you go to Thomas Big Day Out, where they have a Thomas locomotive, but really it's a dummy and it's being pushed by another locomotive somewhere else on the train. But the kids don't care. They think it's really Thomas doing all the work. Oh, I hope I didn't ruin that for any kids that are watching this video. But anyway, I think they probably really know that. And this is about the right age, 2 to 5 for Duplo. Kids usually outgrow Thomas by the time they're 8 or 9. It's kind of a weird thing, because some kids will like toys forever, but for some reason they seem to outgrow Thomas at a certain point. Even though it's a very well-made show, even as an adult, I like the details that are in those videos. It's a little disappointed they didn't do more with it in Lego. So this is one of the sets, and we'll be doing more reviews of the other Thomas and Friends sets. So please subscribe and check out my channel. We've already put some up, some other Duplo Thomas and Friends sets. Thanks for watching, BrickTsar.